Welcome to the complete guide to Zhongli for Genshin Impact. Zhongli is able to provide an enormous amount of damage and support as well as utility to your team through defensive and offensive means. But how you decide to build him is going to greatly depend on how you want to use him. Zhongli's normal attack is a very fast attacking skill, able to complete the entire animation in about 1.8 seconds. The 5th hit of this 6-hit combination is of itself 4-hit attack. So in the first 5 hits of his combo, he attacks 8 times. This is to be notable with a certain weapon for a physical damage build known as the Crescent Spike, which we will get to later on. It is also capable, and you are able to cancel this with the animation cancel on his 4th or 5th attack quite easily into his charged attack to finish that combo with a strong hitting attack. You can also animation cancel this after that 5th attack, the 4-hit part, with a stutter step. This is by holding forward and then tapping left or right. This will quickly and allow you to get back into that 5-hit combination again to greatly increase the amount of times you can hit an enemy and proc that Crescent Spike, but more on that later. Zhongli's elemental skill, the Dominus Lapidus, has multiple uses and multiple function. It has a press and a hold use, and each of these are going to apply several effects to either your enemies or your party. The press effect will allow you to summon the Stone Steely, dealing AoE geo damage on impact. While it is persisting on the battlefield, this object itself and any other geo constructs will pulse AoE geo damage. It will be a small amount of damage over time, but it is geo damage, so you can gain benefit of the crystallized geo elemental reaction in conjunction with other elements such as pyro, electro, cryo, etc. The hold version of this skill causes all nearby geo energy constructs to explode, creating a shield around Zhongli with a scaling damage absorption based on his maximum HP, and it absorbs geo damage 250% more effectively. In addition to this, all these nearby geo objects will also explode for geo damage. The skill both provides not only utility as well as damage, but it also provides 2 types of damage: generic damage over time from the emitting effect, or burst damage when exploded with multiple constructs in a nearby area. His elemental burst, Planet Befall, is a hard-hitting large AoE skill around a centralized target. This skill is his highest hitting single target attack, and it also provides the effect of Petrify. Enemies who are petrified cannot move. This effect lasts at a base level, starting at level 5 at 3.5 seconds, and will scale all the way up to a full 4 seconds at level 10. It also has an extremely low cooldown of 12 seconds and an exceptionally low energy cost of only 40 energy. This skill, Planet Befall, is one of the 2 ways that you will be building a Zhongli. You will either be building him as a burst damage support character, or if you want to take full use and master and break the effect of his fast attack speed in combination with Crescent Spike, you can build him as a carry damage dealer if that is what you want your Zhongli to do. Weapon considerations for Zhongli: if you have a 5-star base weapon known as the Primordial Jade Winged Spear and you are using him as your support damage burst damage dealer, this is by far going to be his best weapon. It has among the highest base attack in spears, gives you critical hit rate as well as attack percent, with its stacking attack percent per attack done up to 21%, even at refinement rank level 1. In addition to that, while at max stacks, you will be doing a bonus damage starting at 12%. If you have this spear and you're going for a support DPS burst damage Zhongli, this is going to be by far his best spear due to that crit hit rate plus attack percent plus straight damage bonus at maximum stacks. With his fast attack speed, it is not hard to hit those max stacks right away. Drum in, drop his elemental burst, explode his elemental skills in his constructs, and then swap back out. If you do not have that weapon for an elemental support DPS build, the Deathmatch is also a fantastic choice early on. It does give a large amount of crit hit rate. The downside to this weapon, though, is that it is pretty bland and it has one of the lowest attack bases among spears. However, it has an exceptionally high critical hit rate The other two 5-star base spears, the Skyward Spine, can also be used in this support DPS build. It does give you energy recharge. It will increase your critical hit rate by a fair amount. It also will increase your normal attack speed. The things you care about with that spear are the critical hit rate and the energy recharge to get you those faster, higher hitting elemental bursts. The new one, the Vortex Vanquisher, if you have any of the other options on here that we've been talking about, I would save your precious in-game resources. Do not pull for it. It's a fine weapon, but it is far from being a broken weapon on Zhongli with all of the other different options available to him. Now, when you move into from the support DPS build into the carry damage dealer build, there is one weapon you should be looking to use, and that is the Crescent Pike. The Crescent Pike was used by a lot of players using Xingling, and this is going to be no exception with Zhongli. This is because he has an even faster attack combo and still has a multi-hit 4-hit on his 5th hit, part of his normal attack. Crescent Pike has a broken proc that can deal an insane amount of additional damage and transform how you use your Zhongli with a proper team. If you want him to be out there in the forefront, this is the weapon for you. Moving into artifacts, if you're going the burst support DPS route there, you're going to be using 2 pieces of Petra as well as 2 pieces of the Noblest Oblige. This is because you're looking to increase your geo damage as well as your elemental burst damage. The geo damage 15% on 2-piece Petra in conjunction with the 20% elemental burst damage from the Noblest set is the highest amount of damage you can add straight to his elemental burst. You can also go 4-piece Petra for some support aspects if you are using him as a more supportive character and you care a little bit less about his damage, losing that 20% elemental burst damage. Likewise, you can also go for 4-piece Noblest Oblige for that extra 20% attack whenever he elemental bursts. However, guys, if you want to get the most damage from a 4-set proc for your support Zhongli, you're going to want to go Petra set. The 35% elemental damage bonus is an insane proc as long as you are picking up that crystal in the proper time and swapping to your proper teammate. When you're moving into the carry DPS playstyle of Zhongli, the 4-piece Gladiator is where a lot of you guys are going to start, and it's going to be a very strong set for you guys. This gives you 18% attack as well as 35% normal and charged attack damage. However, if you have a high refinement rank polearm of the Crescent Pike, we're talking refinement 3-4, exceptionally level 5, then the 2-piece Bloodstain and 2-piece Gladiator set is where it is that you want to be. For instance, at rank 11 talent, his normal attack is a total of 398.34% total multiplier between his first 5 attacks. A refinement rank 5 Crescent Pike will get 8 procs from those attacks, dealing an additional 320% damage. If you're using a physical goblet in this build, the 4-piece Gladiator set will do 1,418% total multiplier, whereas the double 2-piece will do 1,458% total multiplier, slightly out damaging the 4-piece Gladiator set. This will change, and this is with a rank 11 talent. So the lower level your normal attack talent is, the better the Bloodstained set will be with your Crescent Pike in tandem. In addition to these 2 pieces of sets here, you also have the option to wear a 4-piece version of the Retracing Bolide set. Well, it does do about the same amount of damage as the Gladiator as long as you have that shield effect active. It will trade off a minuscule amount of difference in damage for the increased shield effect and slight playstyle change, as you will need a shield for that damage bonus. If you want to sacrifice a tiny bit of damage and a tiny bit of a playstyle difference for increased survivability, then the Retracing Bolide set is where you want to be. While building these sets up for your Zhongli, look for these important main stats as well as substats for him. Your circlet wants to be a critical hit damage circlet. Use a either geo damage goblet for the elemental burst damage Zhongli, or a physical damage goblet for the carry Zhongli. The sands is going to be an attack percent sands, and then as far as your substats are concerned, you're looking for critical hit chance, critical hit damage, and then attack percent. The 4th stat could be a little bit of elemental recharge. Follow the stat priority and your Zhongli will be able to be a master of the rocks. dishing out damage in any way you want him to do and leveling your opponents for you. Hopefully you found this video informative as well as entertaining. If you want to see more in-depth information on Genshin Impact, character guides, weapon guides, math guides, and more, then make sure you go ahead, hit the like button, helps this channel and this video out to get it out there in your guys' hands, and hit subscribe and turn the notification bell on, because chances are if you don't do that, you'll never see this channel again. With that being said, guys, take care out there, and I'll see you guys in the next one.